any big body would. Really, the biggest question is how would the Gordos kind of interact with the blocks? I know that sometimes the Gordo just doesn't have a big enough hitbox to even scratch the blocks. And sometimes they do hit them. I don't know. Block is so inconsistent sometimes. With that being said, though, obviously all of Steve's neutral, just their normals will be really good against Stevie. Just kind of chop liver whenever you get that up tilt or a jab or a forward air or a back air.
Yeah.
All of those things are going to be very great against Dedede, and just kind of keeping him in the air as he's just kind of combo food for the entire cast, and even more so for Steve, because as the best character in the game, everything is just amplified 10 times.
Yep, absolutely. I'm taking a moment to see if they have any previous matches together, looking at the Smashers app. Really fun app here. Not sponsored, but it is a cool app if you want to follow your region, your favorite players, and see what their set counts are in terms of recency or in terms of all time. It does look like there's plenty of experience against Steve in the history here, but I'm not able to find anything specifically
against Redacious.
Redacious.
Yeah, I was like, I've seen Kilogram play against many a Steve, but maybe not the Redacious.
Got nothing against Redacious,
okay.
yeah. So this should be their first time playing here. Now, here's the thing about Redacious. This is going to be a deep cut, but Redacious does not always thrive against characters that do not often come up in your region.
Sure.
A good example of this is Mewtwo. Redacious lost a big set at, I think, Riptide last year against a Mewtwo from Knoxville, Tennessee, known as Cecilia's dad, or Papa Lacus, and that was pretty devastating loss for him, especially since that that person was not even PR ranked in Tennessee. So interested to see how he adapts to a matchup that he doesn't know as well here, if he's just going to play it as he would against any big body, or if he's going to specifically deal with things like Gordo Throw.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Dedede, the weird archetype of a zoner heavy. So honestly, if Redacious does need to kind of just sit back, put up a wall, and neutralize any of KilogramHours' long distance pressure, he can do that.
Using the Elytra to just approach.
Yeah.
Very funny.
And I mean, that's the thing. Kilogram is just in such an awkward position, because if Redacious puts up a block, Gordo actually just gets nullified.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't help, but what does mining additional resources exactly afford Steve in this matchup? Approaching with Minecart isn't going to be easy against Gordo Throw to begin with, and then you're probably not approaching Dedede straight from above either, so what is Anvil going to offer as well? I guess it's just about getting that diamond in hand if you can, but
sure.
KilogramHours is not letting it happen. I love the inhale Minecart.
Yeah, inhaling Minecart, very good. Put a lot of pressure on Redacious, and he rolls in right into your up tilt. Shades of Mario up smash, how he's able to utilize that, but KilogramHours sitting on 147, so he has to be careful to not let Redacious just immediately answer back here.
Yeah, up tilt is going to be pretty big in this matchup as well. It comes out fairly fast in terms of Dedede's frame data, because most of the stuff that he throws out is slow, and it covers so much of the ground. You can even use it as like an option. You can land with Bear into up tilt if you auto cancel Bear properly, and it's just devastating. We saw that in a lot in like the Dedede versus Peach matchup in Ling versus Mudes when that happened, and anytime that Dedede does come out and use that up tilt, it's devastating. However, Redacious does not need to worry about that, is able to kill with gold.
Yeah. We're going up to the top. That back air to cash out 70%.
It's a gold combo right there. That's just so devastating.
Oh! The up smash to up smash combo made possible by that stone block right above Redacious's head, and KilogramHours lucky to not be dead, but still, that still sucks.
There's no way approaching with Elytra is safe or a good option, but the fact that it's worked so much for Redacious shows that he's not afraid to throw out, unseen options versus unseen characters.
Oh my goodness.
Throw inhales to reset. So difficult to expect, but it's going to catch those jump get-ups. Minecraft takes him low, but able to recover low, of course, is Dedede with multiple jumps and that Dedede jump.
Yeah, this is tough, though. KilogramHours has actually been playing this pretty perfectly. Even though Gordo can't really get much mileage, Kilogram's just a master of this character and getting value from other parts of his kit.
Gordo Throw going high there. Able to go above the blocks. You have to place one more if you don't want to deal with that angle, but it doesn't seem like he's too worried about it to begin with, even though he has no resources. No resources in the bank for Redacious.
Yeah, he's going to try to either mine some more here or just unexpectedly go on the offense, because KilogramHours is expecting him to mine here. He can kind of close the distance with that burst dash attack, and forward throw not yet KOing. Ah, nice.
That's going to take it. I do like that angle that forward throw sends out, especially because Dedede has such good vertical recovery, but not such good horizontal recovery.
Exactly.
Forcing him into a difficult situation and then closing out the stock off of the ledge trap was great. But at 103% and 0% on a heavy, how do you come back?
Well, the answer is that diamond, hitting him with that 24-karat sword. Gonna try to take him out here. Carat is gold, but you know what I'm trying to say, guys.
I hear you. Oh, tossed it right back at him. Just picked up the Gordo throw in midair with another Gordo throw and sends it back. It's such a specific interaction and specific timing. How does Redacious get back here? He's ledge trap, gets the Gordo throw shielded, and is able to start a combo, but up tilt. He lands on the platform because he wasn't high enough percent for the up air to combo reliably, lands on the platform and just throws out up tilt because he can. KilogramHours.
Man.
Wow.
Only Kilogram would be ready for that, you know, just like, oh, this foolish Steve hit me with up tilt, and I'm on the platform now. It's my turn.
Redacious not beating the low-tier allegations yet.
Not at all.
Still much more to play here, but if you're playing a low-tier character, you kind of have to know every matchup inside and out, and especially with like one of the most prevalent characters in the game, most popular characters in the game, you definitely have to know this matchup, whereas Redacious doesn't need to know this matchup. He thinks that he can just play his own game plan here as Steve, but there's so much adaptation you have to think about when you're playing against a character as unique as Dedede. He's not just another heavyweight.
Yeah, he's for sure a different breed of the kind of super heavy weight class. You know, like I said, he kind of utilizes that Gordo a lot as kind of becoming like the zoning heavy, but he also has that hammer disjoint to kind of, you know, play off of too.
Finds the throw out of the combo there. Hits a Gordo throw on the minecart, but armors through, so he's able to Elytra out and start his own combo.
Yeah. That was an interesting interaction, and Redacious kind of coming out on top. This is the type of favor that you want to see at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, Anvil nothing doing there. It's too scary to Anvil directly onto KilogramHours.
I don't know what just happened there.
No.
But just a lot of unique and interesting interactions.
No, not the Jet Hammer. He died for the Jet Hammer. Oh my, KilogramHours finding every option. Finding the low-tier option on the low-tier character and still killing Redacious with it. That's just nasty. That's not fair.
Yeah, no, KilogramHours had the wherewithal. Was like, oh, this is a scramble scenario. Time to pull out that down B. And Redacious just tried to get out of dodge, but you just can't get away.
That's so offensive. I can't believe he hit that.
This is a tough way, and will Redacious honestly have the wherewithal to come back? There goes the up smash, and it's
He waits! He doesn't mash at all! This is the biggest brain Dedede player in the U.S.
Oh. And there goes the dash grab. KilogramHours just playing on top of all P's and Q's here. And this is where Dedede actually doesn't look like a low tier. The ledge trapping is very tough because he can't wait out Gordo. It's going to catch you, and then you get wombo combo there. KilogramHours just trying to put away this stock.
Roll get up was a good option there and is able to find the first stock. It feels a little biased that we're so hyped for the Dedede kills, but we're not. Like, as soon as Redacious gets the stock back, we're like, Steve,
Yeah, there it is, as expected.
But we still got a full stock up on KilogramHours. Yay!
Wow. And it's insane because that F tilt also goes through blocks. You know, Kilogram has all... Hello? What? Is there like hit lag? Why is there hit lag on the blocks? Who coded this?
It doesn't deal any damage to the blocks, but there's still hit lag. It just seems like it's the worst option.
Yeah, exactly.
I do like that he keeps, instead of inhaling Gordo throw returns when he's got minecart available, KilogramHours chooses re-Gordo throw because he can armor through the minecart too. It's such a niche character matchup thing.
Yeah, and that's one of the tools that KilogramHours has been using expertly is Inhale to kind of just send back stuff like minecart, send back his own Gordos that get bounced off of walls. It's been putting Redacious really in an awkward position because he really doesn't know what's going on with his projectiles.
Yeah. Oh, 75%. That was a big damage there.
Yeah. Okay, but Redacious is really one meaty hit from taking this stock here. Like an up tilt back air I could see taking the stock or just finding a really high up smash, but KilogramHours just playing it perfectly to keep Redacious out of that range where he can hit any of those big money moves.
Oh, just walks up and up smashes, but it doesn't take the stock just yet. A dash attack will.
Oh, there you go.
KilogramHours has a lot of extra credit to work with and an up tilt to boot.
Okay, yeah, Redacious just needs to get to the ground because you are playing Steve Minecraft. You have the diamond. This game is actually yours to lose, and he gets caught by the up tilt once again.
That's such a strong option for DDD. DDD has like some sleeper great options. I will say I don't personally think Jet Hammer is one of them, but he still was able to find
it
that
worked
stock.
out. Yeah, yeah. It's crazy because Redacious just needs to figure it out. It's tough. You know, you're presented with such a unique, crazy, wacky option that you may have never even faced this level of before, but you just got to figure it out, or you're going to fall 3-0 to the KilogramHours.
3-0 would be unfortunate. I don't know that a stage mix-up is going to help here. It's possible they just run it right back.
Redacious taking his time. I don't know if he's taking a breather or just really deliberating what stage he will go to. We're headed to Kalos Pokemon League. Gonna really be a different change of pace. You know, those bigger blast zones, that very open and wide stage. Maybe looking to play this one a little bit more defensively, to say the least.
We do have the 10th seed, of course, in Redacious versus the 12th seed in KilogramHours. This is supposed to be very close in the rankings. Kalos also awards you a lot of iron and traditional mining, on both the PS stages, I believe, do that, PS2 and Kalos. So you tend to ban PS2. You don't want the Steve to play that generic game plan. But Kalos still being open is, of course, going to be helpful. You don't allow KilogramHours to have platforms to work with, which I don't think it was a big helpful thing to begin with. Jet Hammer.
Okay, yeah,
so
I was about to say. I was like, yeah. Barely avoided it. And now it's looking all Redacious here, up till back air, putting on the percent. Really, the next big back air or up smash will take it. Redacious putting themselves up a stock, and he is looking pretty good this game 3.
Yeah, this isn't looking close at all. This is a totally different Redacious, and I think removing the platforms actually is messing with KilogramHours. Not being able to land and force those up air chains to not connect is a big issue for KilogramHours on this stage, but as soon as you let him get to that platform, you can turn it right back around.
Oh, and he is really looking for this Jet Hammer, and I'm surprised Redacious just decided to let him flop on the ground there. No punish, but honestly, rather play safe than sorry.
We've got, I think, a stone sword out now.
Yeah.
Gold still on that pickaxe.
The back air still not enough. The Kalos just way too large, and you can't 2-frame him there, but honestly does find the forward air, so.
Sour as it may be.
Yeah, exactly.
That shield is getting real low, big guy.
All right, but Diamond is on the table, and that means that all of Redacious's moves will be amped up here, but a little too high on the bounce for the up smash to connect.
That's why you don't inhale it. You go for the Gordo throw instead to return it, but the angle was a little bit too difficult because he jumped with it, and that's what happens if you do that into minecart. So everybody thinking that, why isn't he using inhale? That's a good example right there. This is a tough game.
It feels so impressive, though, because that's why the first 2 games kind of got us up on our seat, because how Kilogram is playing this, his counterplay is so tight that if he messes it up, he actually loses so much more than what it's worth. The inhales only get him neutral wins, while if he misses an inhale, Redacious gets 100%.
Yeah, that's so true. But a dash attack forcing Redacious to get off of ledge, and he just wasn't quick enough to press a button.
Yeah. All right, but Redacious just going to play their game as he just needs to kind of find a minecart, up smash, back air, just kind of play the Steve game plan, which is whatever you really want.
I like the falling nairs there. He doesn't want to trade damage because that's just going to allow Redacious to get back to stage quicker with the lower percent, but he does need to find an opening, so he's willing to force trades as needed. However, the up smash on the falling DDD is going to put him in a bad spot.
Yeah, a bit of a false finish there. I was like, I don't think that one's going to KO, but honestly, it does put KilogramHours on the hot seat. The next one will take it.
He jumps over the minecart, but able to respond to that as Redacious looking for something here, trying to get around the blocks. I love that, turning around, back airing to get the blocks cleared, getting back to stage, throwing a Gordo throw. Jet Hammer comes out. Is he going to find it? No, he's just going to get interrupted there.
Yeah. Oh, and he lets it rock. Doesn't get the full charge, though, so Redacious has another lease of life, but Redacious figured out in a very unfortunate way that he's completely out of iron. Has tried to anvil a couple times here, just out of it, and there goes the forward smash, chasing it down. You can stay in that minecart. I'ma send you packing.
He got a little bit of iron out, which was the crucial necessity. KilogramHours did not need Jet Hammer at the end to take it out. He got the damage that he needed to kill with something a little bit more traditional. However, that was the exact moment that Redacious was able to come back and close out the stock, and therefore the game as well.
Yeah, it's very excellent on Redacious' side, and This is exactly what he needed, just to put himself on the board, remind himself that, okay, not only are we playing the better character, we want to prove that we are the better player here tonight. So just got to compose. Don't let him kind of hit you with these wacky options. You've seen them now. You've got to adapt and overcome.
Letting KilogramHours go up 2 games early on, though, means that your game win is a stage select for KilogramHours,
Sure.
and he takes to Smashville. You are going to be mining wood, and you're going to have a hard time doing it because it is a tiny stage.
Yeah, Redacious is going to have to be very careful about how he uses his iron because it's going to be a lot more sparse than we've seen in these past 3 games.
Yeah, this is going to be a much more scramble-heavy game. As you get with some of these smaller single-platform stages, the game comes a lot down more to advantage state than neutral, and it's, of course, easier for Dedede once he's in advantage state to just throw out massive hitboxes.
Uh-oh.
And Jet Hammers?
No!
No!
The block was his downfall.
The hit lag just extends it long enough that Redacious falls right into the Jet Hammer, and that takes an early stock.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it earlier. It actually played in Redacious's favor because he jet hammered like the minecart and he was able to get over it. But this time, it just extended that Jet Hammer to take the stock.
It's out of the minecart, resetting neutral. These blocks are a little bit annoying. Elytra is going to be sussed out from KilogramHours.
Oh, yeah.
Scrambling.
Speaking of scrambling, bouncing up and down off of that dirt block, and now Redacious just going to give up the advantage state here to try to mine more, you know, trying to just replenish that iron that they've been using.
Gets gold on the board. It's going to help with the mining. Okay. It's going to help with some combos, but up smash is not going to kill a heavyweight character on this stage just yet.
Yeah, and that's one of the toughest parts because I feel like a lot of times, you know, Redacious, where he's used to taking stocks, it's just like 10, 20% later than what he's used to against this heavy character. So just going to have to stay more composed.
Up tilt would have killed, but the Gordo throw takes the second hit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Just comes flying off the top ropes with that back air, but rolls into the up tilt. KilogramHours just always puts Redacious in this mindset and finds the up tilt.
Over the bands. This stage is too difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
Little footstool action.
Okay. But all for naught because gets the up tilt, up air, confirms, but honestly getting not as much as you would expect.
That's not as much damage as you want either because the diamond isn't going to last long enough for you to get all these kills and to confirm. But if you're able to get a minecart and follow off stage, you don't even need it. That was enough percentage that he couldn't mash out quickly and does get the confirm, and it evens the game right up.
Yeah, you know, you can't be too lax because it's all fun and games when you're riding the minecart and you're still on stage because you could avoid an up smash. But when you fall off, that's where it becomes red alert. Speaking of red alert, we got the charged up Jet Hammer, and he swings at him, and he misses and puts it all on black. And now Redacious looking to take the set here, but he just gets right by. KilogramHours able to reset that scenario. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I don't think he can afford to throw out another Jet Hammer because the punish could be deadly at 103%. You know he's going to try, at least until he can get a little bit more damage. 75% in climbing. He doesn't need much more to get a kill confirm.
Ooh, okay, actually comboing off of the fist because the axe has been expired, but now we have a gold axe on deck. So has actually the best of both worlds, a fast up tilt and a strong back air. Both players are in prime position to win this game. There goes the minecart, and you're off stage. You know that's curtains.
That's it. Redacious sends it to a game 5. The crowd is electric, and we've got one more to go. I think Smashville might be the run back.
Yeah, I could see it in the cards, but I don't know. Well, Redacious, he has, whatever he does, he has to have confidence. And you can see that he's starting to build that up with these 2 back-to-back game wins. Looking to hit, you know, KilogramHours with a reverse dirty 30 here, Kevin. And, man, that would be something to write home for the books.
Oh, yeah. My heart pressure is high. Blood is pumping.
Yes.
You couldn't tell looking at KilogramHours. He's leaned back the whole game.
Oh, yeah. He's vibing. He's trying to kind of impose his mentality upon Redacious, like, oh, this is easy work. I'm chilled out the entire time and try to put off Redacious, you know, with that kind of vibe and relaxed state. But Redacious has come back in a strong way and really put him in a more scary scenario. So I'm excited to see this all come to a head here in this Game 5. We're here at Saturday Stadium 3, Romeoville is where all this action is happening. Let's get right into it here, Kevin, right back on Smashville.
Who would have thought that Steve Dedede would be the hottest set of the day so far? Definitely not me, but I'm happy to see it. We're back to Smashville for Game 5. KilogramHours showing a lot of prowess early on. Redacious was able to make a comeback off of a couple of good edge guard confirms, which is what you need on this tiny, tiny stage. But if you are in disadvantage, it's tough to get back.
Yeah, I am actually shocked and surprised that this is where this finale will take place. Because like you mentioned, you know, not only is the stage wooden and only going to be giving mainly wood to Alex here in this scenario, it's also going to utilize that axe durability, which we know Redacious has been really leaning on to kind of get the combo started against KilogramHours.
Smashville makes for these hype sets. KilogramHours is making a lot of use for it.
Yeah, that was a good setup there from Redacious. Knew that KilogramHours wanted to inhale his Gordo and sent it right back at the right moment. Gonna fight for stage here, and that's a big three-piece there.
Scramble here. The footstool actually does allow him to get stage positioning.
Man, and this edge guard is gonna be big, that ledge trap, but Redacious just able to fight out in these scenarios he hasn't been before.
Finds another Gordo throw. Batted back by the gold.
Oh, and KilogramHours has always been on top of those roll reads with that up tilt. Redacious, though, living to fight another day.
Microspacing.
Yes, indeed.
Runs back up, can't run past the block, doesn't want to go for a down tilt because he'll get caught by the block.
Yes, perfect patience from KilogramHours. The Penguin puts the hammer in the perfect position to take the stock.
Redacious isn't the only one getting wood from this stage.
True.
Air dodges back to stage. TNT is dangerous, but get up attack is going to beat it out.
Yeah, and okay, a powered minecart, not enough to take it though. The heaviness from Dedede really just enabling this game plan from KilogramHours.
I love the Gordo throw. Minecart does beat it out and not quite prepared to throw it back, but all you have to do is reset neutral. What little neutral there is to play on this stage.
Yeah, exactly. There goes the back air, just sending him right back to his corner. KilogramHours completely content to keep them years lengths apart, but there goes the back air, and now we have an even stock count, but honestly the percents would tell a different story.
Oh, down tilt actually gets eaten out there by back air, and they're brawling a little bit. Redacious is not worried about 3 iron in the pocket. That's enough to get back to stage with.
Oh man, and yeah, when these two are just inches away from each other, you know some action's about to happen. Puts the block, but doesn't get cover the roll there. I'm surprised that up air didn't connect into another one, but Kevin, the up smash, giving a little bit of a timing mix-up. Redacious has been getting called out for these rolls all day.
That was the first up smash of the set, and it connects.
Yes.
Love that from KilogramHours. Finds a Gordo throw to put 40% on the board before even close to losing the stock, and that's the last iron gone from Redacious.
And this may be the last bastion as the Jet Hammer connects.
He gets the Jet Hammer, closes out Game 5. And he is hype on that. You could tell he wanted to win that set Game 3, but he took it all the way to Game 5 and still found the money.
Yeah,